Listen, listen, it's bag season. Oh man, listen, the Santa Claus rally has started. It's time to get paid this week, man. Listen, y'all have to pay attention to what's going on. Don't miss this opportunity to make a lot of income this week, a lot of profit. Okay, so what I'm about to go over real quick are certain setups that I look for and price targets that these stocks tend to hit every single time. This stuff is crazy. I kid you not. Now, listen, I'm going to show you how later on we'll get into how I made 200% profit on the S&P 500 on SPY debit spreads, and I took that profit from there. I had like 15 of them, so I made a nice little bag. And of course, that's all I'm worried about is that equity curve, slowly rising equity curve going up. So like I said, I got out of this trade, and I ended up getting back in, and I got regular calls because I see an even bigger move on S&P 500 to where if the S&P 500 hits my price target, basically I'll be turning like $300 into like 10K in just a few days. I mean, this Santa Claus rally is nothing to play with. Y'all gotta get in position, man. Get in position. But anyway, I do want to tackle the setup that I look for consistently, and it hits almost every time, man. Of course, we know the market is ultimately anything can happen. It's not 100%, but if you have an edge, or if you have a strategy that basically puts the odds in your favor, man, you can make a lot of money in this game. So let's go ahead and get to it. I don't like to take too long on these videos. So this is basically what I look for, man. These are the indicators I use. TTM squeeze, of course, 10x candles. That's another addition to what I do, and it works so well. These were first brought I guess to the marketplace by John Carter, as far as I know. And then the Keltner channel line. I love that Keltner channel line. So we'll go over a few things here. My entry checklist is basically the candle needs to move off the average Keltner channel line, and it needs to be above the 50% Fibonacci level, and it needs to have 10x bars, meaning trending bars, green 10x bars I should say, all across the board. So on the 15, 30-minute, hourly, 1 day, and weekly time frames. And I would of course exit the trade at the 200% Fibonacci level. So I did my research, and I made sure all of this stuff works. You know what I mean? So these are just a few plays that I went over. If you want to go back on your charts and look at them, like UNH just the other week, starting December 6th. Let's see, on a 2-day time frame, this stock ended up making a massive move. So if you would have entered on like the 6th of December, you would have got out on actually that was the 16th, I should say, the 16th. You could have bought the contract, the 470 contract, for $635. It would have came out with a max profit of $2,385, and that's a 275% gain. But that's small compared to the other ones, like Apple back in November, the same setup. And I'm gonna try to quickly go through them. I'm just kind of going over the numbers real quick. This one here did it in 3 candles, so 3 weeks. It was a weekly time frame that the setup was on, and that was a 786% gain. PFE, 480% gain. Oh man, we got Microsoft. It was a 597% gain. So let me just quickly go over the setup. So let's start with UNH, right? So let's see, on December 6th, this was a setup. This was a setup here, right? So if you go to the options chain, if you would have got the 470 call, let's see, 470 call. Boom. You would have had to get it more than likely at the axe price. So that was actually 685. And of course, with it being on this time frame, the 2-day time frame, it normally hits the 200% Fibonacci level within 5 candles, right? Within 5 candles. So in this case, you would times 2 days by 5, which would give you 10. So that's 10 trading days. So you would need to get your contract 2 weeks out, right? So check this out. So yeah, it was 685. Not 635. So check this out. We go out to the 16th. So look, that small little time frame there. This is what the contract would have turned into. So the 470, you would have had to sell it at probably the bid price. So that's $2,385, $2,385. I mean, crazy gains. Let's look at the chart. What did it do? It was a constant move up. Boom, 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 boom. So let's zoom in. It moved off the Keltner, right? Moved off the Keltner. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And guess what it hit? The 200% Fibonacci level. I mean, it's crazy how this strategy works, man. This is your edge over the market. All right, so let's look at Apple. It was on a weekly time frame. All right, APL, and I'm not going to go into all the contracts. I mean, you seen it on the contracts already and how it works. So I already did the research on it. I don't want to take too long with this, but look, November 19th. Let's go back to November 19th. Boom. It was on a weekly time frame that we got the setup. Let's see. Weekly time frame. Check this out. Draw your fib lines. You get the previous high and the low within the squeeze. All right, so at this level we could have got in right here, right? So it made a new high, 161 there. Okay, so within 3 candles it did it. So let's see, by December 10th it made the move. December 10th. So it took a few weeks there. So 1, 2, 3 weeks. Guess what we hit? Actually went a little past. Bam. 200% Fibonacci level, $175 that it hit. Went past, made another high. I mean, this is how this stuff works. Now, do you see how the squeeze, it came down and started to pop back out? But we got that move of the Fibonacci level. But the reason why we got in here, we wouldn't have got in on the first candle off. Right here, we would have got in because this is when it would have checked off on the checklist, right? It would have checked off on the checklist because it would have had green to next bars starting from the 15-minute time frame. I mean, big moves, man. Big moves. I mean, PFE, Microsoft, they all did the same thing, man. It's amazing how it works. PFE was on a 1-day time frame. So let's see, PFE. This was, let's see when this started. PFE. That was December 13th. Let's see, December 13th. Let's go down to a 1-day time frame. All right. So boom, we get the move off the Keltner on each time frame. So let's go down to a 15-minute chart just to see. We got the 10x candles, all of that. I mean, amazing, man. So let me see, 3-day. Boom. Then we would have got the move all the way up here to $60 within just a few days. 5 candles. Let's see, 1 day. All right. So actually 3. That was 3 days. Yeah, so from the 13th to the 16th. So 13th to the 16th, boom. Would have made a move at the 200% Fibonacci line. It's crazy, man, how this stuff works. And of course, you would have had a 480% gain if you would have bought the $60 call at $47, and you would have sold that $60 call at $273 when dealing with options, of course. I mean, this stuff is amazing, man. So I say it to say this. Let's go to the day. So you take off on demand. So this is showing actual this is real time. Now this is what we have going on today. So I have a position in Microsoft. All right, have a position in Microsoft. Let's see, 1 second. So 2-day, and actually I think I like the 3-day time frame better. Yeah, we got that move off of the Keltner, and guess what? We got 10x bars all across the board. So 3 days times, I said within 5 candles. So 3 times 5 is 15. So you would get contracts 3 weeks out, or you can use the other strategy I use as far as going from, like, if you want to see your account grow every single day, you can go from fib level to fib level. So now you can get options contracts at 349 actually, and if you want, you can hold those until it hits this level, right? You make a huge income. I have a position in Apple. I mean, I'm giving you guys hitters right now. I'm giving you guys plays that are going to take off this week. All right, so let me take off this fib here. So we started a new fib level. This is on a daily time frame. So within the next few days, we should be hitting 196. I mean, we're green all across the board, starting from the 15-minute time frame. Green 10x candles all across the board. I mean, it's crazy what's happening right now, and it's all due to the Santa Claus rally. But my indicators, told me that this is happening right now. So I just got in position. All right. Now with the SPY, it's a little different because we know that the candles will be yellow. The candles will be yellow because the S&P 500 is dealing with so much, meaning so many different sectors, so many different stocks. I mean, it's 500 stocks listed in this. So it's like this thing is going to consolidate probably 80% of the time. You know what I mean? But what I noticed was the squeeze, right? And then guess what we had on the 2-day time frame? 2-day time frame. Let's see. My setup, right? Pulled off the Keltner channel there. So I know within the next few days, it should be hitting 498, right? So it'll probably take 2 weeks. I don't know, but it's looking like it's pretty bullish, and it's going to continue to take off. The TTM squeeze is back in momentum, because that's momentum here, right? The light blue, it went to dark blue, squeeze. Now it's about to pop back out, right? So we'll do 2 days times 5. Like I said, do it within 5 candles. So it should be hitting 498 very soon, within 10 days. Guys, get in position. And like I said, just from this candle here, I made 222% profit that I showed you earlier, in the group. And then I let them know, like, look, these are my current holdings. And I'm also in NVDA. I got 7 debit spreads on that. But on the rest of them, like Microsoft, Apple, SPY, I just went ahead and got regular calls because of the huge percentage gain I'm going to get when they hit these Fibonacci levels. So guys, I just made this video to let you know you need to get in position on these plays. I mean, it's about to get crazy. I mean, the market is already going wild right now. So let's see. 3-day time from I love NVDA. So it's going to take a little time, so I'll do 3 times 5. Like I said, within 5 candles, it should hit that. So that'll be 15 days. So I'll get my options contracts probably 3 weeks out, or I'll just go. Well, what I'm currently doing is going from fib level to fib level. So I got debit spreads underneath the previous high. So I know it should hit that for sure this week. So therefore, I'm going to get a big percentage there. Then I'm going to get back in and probably ride up these levels. All right, y'all. So that's all I have for you. Look, let's win. Let's win this week.